Casino del Sol Stadium. What a game and what potential drama we have in store. You've seen this script before. Top 10 team goes into a cauldron of emotion on the road and just hopes to be able to get out and tell about it. It's the Stanford Cardinal and the Arizona Wildcats. Reese Davis, Dayton Pollock, Jesse Palmer here in the booth. Holly Rowe is down on the sidelines, and we check in with her right now.
I caught up with the Wildcats head coach pregame. This is a developing storyline. Early in the season, they took a risk starting a young freshman quarterback, but he has continued to shine and get better each and every week. Now, late in the season, a chance for the college football playoff is on the line. His team is playing with great energy and enthusiasm, but they have got to continue to take care of the ball and focus and perform every single game. We'll see how he's able to get off to a quick start here in the first quarter and keep you posted from the sidelines. Back to you.
Appreciate that, Holly. Stanford ready to kick it away to start this game. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He only needs a sliver of daylight. He's got an alley. He's going to get loose. He'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Arizona.
And you cannot start this game any better than to take the opening kickoff all the way to the house. How about the speed by the return man? Once he got in the open field, that dude was gone. This place is going crazy.
He'll bring it out. It's Woodside. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Offense in a bunch formation. Hits inside. It's 4. Breaks into the open. And he's down at the 41. That's a first down. Big chunk play to start this drive. Now they'll really try to take it to this defense. Throwing, Imaliama. Moving out to the right. Got a first down. At the 35, he's open. There he goes. And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Stanford.
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. They'll run it. A collision, and he stopped at the 27 after picking up 1. Love seeing these early season top 25 matchups. You can get a really good feel of how good these teams are, guys.
And the intensity is going to be big too, David, because the players, you know, on these teams, they've been thinking about this game for a long time. They knew they'd have a national stage, and they got a chance to prove just how good they are.
Oh, man, make that statement. Make that early statement. We always look at the end of the season, and what does the committee say? Oh, they beat top 25 so-and-so. Here's your chance to put that on your resume that'll pay off big time and late in the season.
Somebody needs to make a play here. It's 3rd and long from the 26. Wide receiver going in motion. Back to throw. It's Rios. He's got the tight end. They corral him out of bounds. Mark it down at the 38, and this offense might have something going.
And it's so fun to have that trump card, right? Like, it's almost like playing a video game with this guy. When you got a big tight end that can make plays, that gets open, that feels those soft spots in the zones, 3rd downs, money downs, the tight end is always open, especially with that big body. He finds them, and he gets the first down.
Makes a catch. And midfield, he's got room. He'll go out of bounds inside the 40. They'll mark it at the 39.
And that that's why this guy is so dangerous. He's an explosive play just waiting to happen, and it doesn't have to come just handing the football off. That was a simple check down throw, but he got it to him in space, and all of a sudden he does the rest, right? He's able to see the field. He's making people miss. He's got tremendous contact balance and speed. They get an explosive play in the passing game on a simple check down throw to the running back.
They'll need a bunch on second down. And they get to him early, and he'll be knocked down for a loss of 4.
I love when defensive backs come up and they are physical and they stick their face in the fan and they aren't scared. Talking to the defensive coordinator coming into this game, he knew his DBs had to tackle well. They had to get these running backs on the ground. Great start on this first drive.
Here on third down. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. Big hit, knocks the ball away, and it'll force him into a fourth down.
This is a point where you just got to be able to focus. And the critical down and distances in this game, like that third down right there, when it's a good throw, you got to make the catch. You've got to be able to make that play.
Not a lot of room to make this catch. Makes a move. There he goes. Open it up. Touchdown, Cardinal. Special teams coming through, the third aspect of the game, delivering big time. And the PAT gives them a 14-7 lead. Man, you just can't put a price on having a guy like that back there to return punts, and he turned that one into a touchdown. No chance to return that one. A booming kickoff out of the back of the end zone. It's a touchback. They go to the Wildcat here, looking to take advantage of that extra blocker. Direct snap. It's Warren. A collision, and he stopped at the 27 after picking up 1. Let's talk a little about Arizona. By the end of the day, one of these two teams will control their conference destiny the rest of the way. Potential bye in the college football playoff on the line. This game critical at this point in the season for both teams.
And so much talent in this game, too. Outstanding coaching staffs, NFL talent on both teams going into this one. David, this might be a rematch in the conference championship game. We might get to see this matchup again.
Yeah, and it's so nice to have two teams playing so well at the top of their conference. You know this game matters. There's no sleepwalking into this game. You see the numbers at the top of the conference. It's you and it's them. Who's going to come out today?
That receiver found the open space in the zone coverage, and as a defense, honestly, you just throw your hands up on that because they covered it pretty well. It was just a good play call and really nice execution.
He's going to change things up against this defensive look. Looking downfield, it's Rios. Out wide right, it's Jordan. They're working their way toward midfield. He's out of bounds at the 46.
And man coverage, when they get up in your face, they make things hard. You want to be able to attack the whole field and get them lean in one direction and then break outside like you did there. Nice out route connection, nice chemistry between quarterback and wide receiver.
Wide receiver comes in motion. From the gun. Oh, he's got some space. Found enough room to get it into enemy territory. They're down at the 43-yard line. Lining up in the Wildcat. Let's see what they've got. Rides the back. And this Wildcat is going to be declawed, stopped in the backfield.
And that play shows you really what this defense is about. It's a difficult one to attack. They're really good. One of the best in the country. They come at you from all angles. So I'm interested to watch. How do you mix up the play calling? How do you keep the defense off balance? Because they are a good one.
And that one falls incomplete, trying to get a chunk play on that one.
And guys, if I'm on offense, I am staying aggressive. I know you didn't connect there, but make sure you keep testing this defense because even if you complete one of those throws, that could be the game-breaking play.
Ton of ground to cover here on 3rd and long. He's looking to pass. This pass is caught by the back, but not in bounds, and it'll be 4th down.
That's why it's so important for this defense to win 1st and 2nd down. You set up 3rd and longs like that, you can show your exotic looks, you can get the pass rush going, everybody on the back end expecting throw, and that's how you force incompletions and force 4th downs.
Boy, if they don't convert this 4th down, there will be questions to be answered. Snaps it, and he has to have it. Fires it down the seam. Downfield and incomplete, the defense holds.
You know, offensively in that situation, 4th down, you're throwing for it. Everything has to go right, or someone just needs to be able to make a play to keep the drive alive. They couldn't get it done, and now the offense is coming off the field.
First snap of this drive comes from their own 44. Here's Iamaleava to throw. Fires to the wideout. And his throw is incomplete.
Oh, and you just feel kind of like that's a little bit of a missed opportunity. He had him open, and he just overshot it a little bit. Man, those sting.
A lot of ground to cover, and they need a chunk here on 2nd down. The give to the single back. And he'll find enough running room to get it just short of midfield at the 49.
It's going to be important this offensive line is able to get a little bit of push. Just got to give this guy an inch, a little crease, and he can make yards for it.
As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. Iamaleava on the play action. Buying a little time to his left. Left side is Holt. There to make the tackle, and that's how we'll wrap up this first period. At the end of the quarter, it is Stanford holding the edge. And after that first quarter, let's see if these guys can get back in the game in the second. So after the break, they'll go back to work. Follows his blocks. It's Ford. There he goes. He's at the 20. Touchdown, Stanford! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They're going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
Deep in the end zone, it's Ross. Gets it out to the 20, about 5 yards short of where he'd be if he'd just taken a knee in the end zone. Wildcats come out to get things going on offense. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game.
And the defense makes a play, sacking him back at the 10.
I love the defensive effort there. They didn't get him right away. They stayed after him. He was scrambling, going backwards. They get the sack on the first play of the drive.
Dealing with a 2nd and 10 from the 20. Making the adjustment on the play. Motion from the wideout. Back to pass, it's Rios. Caught. And he was knocked down immediately. Very short pickup on that one.
Listen, nice completion, short game. Now you get to 3rd down. 3rd down's more manageable. But guess what? If I don't get it on 3rd down, I still got that 4th down in my pocket. Nowadays, analytics, we're going for it anyways.
This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. Out wide left, it's Richardson. Makes the grab, and down immediately. He picks up a few.
Well, that time on 3rd and long, they just took what the defense gave them. Nothing down the field. They were hoping maybe he could make somebody miss after the catch. Wasn't able to do it, so now it sets up 4th.
Searching for space. Really nice job all the way around. Got a few blocks, made a couple of moves, and a good return on that one before he's pushed out of bounds. east end for an offense making its way back onto the field. They've come out smoking with touchdowns on each of their first 2 drives, and they're back to work now. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Right back to the well. He'll be brought down quickly after a very short game.
A lot of times you see these defenses, man, they pull the run blitzes. They understand the formations. It might be a run, play the percentages, and then you got to deal with the big defensive tackle inside. So more bodies near the line of scrimmage. Everybody's got to pick him up, but they didn't block the most important guy, the big fella right in the middle.
Here comes the noise. Is this crowd doing everything they can to help the defense bear down on 3rd down? Now Iamaleava unloads to the wideout. Finds a man in the middle. These 2 guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practice, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just so many hundreds and thousands of balls where you know exactly when that guy's going to break. You know he's a stud. You're going to feed him, especially on these 3rd down situations.
Iamaleava. Now moving to his right, looking for anyone that's open. And he has vexed this defense with scramble after scramble, has another first down.
Hey, man, this defense, they look a little bit frustrated. Like, he's done this time and time again here in the first half, and it's still early in this football game, but they got to find an answer for his legs. Like, he's chewing up too many yards, making too many big plays. Got to find a way to make him one-dimensional and make some bad things happen when he tries to take off and run the football.
No room to run, and he stopped right at the line of scrimmage. It'll be 2nd and goal. Wildcats signal for a timeout. That's their first. And they'll have 2 left to work with here in the first half. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Looking for a man. It's Iamaleava. He wants it all. It falls incomplete. He was trying to find his man for 6.
And you see, once you start to get to the red zone, the contested catch rate goes way through the roof. Who can make those plays when you're physically getting hit? Nice job by the defense, man. Make them earn it. Make them feel it. Get your hands through the contact of the football when they're trying to make the catch. Great job breaking on the football at the perfect time.
He'll be stopped right there. They kept it on the ground on 3rd and goal, and it did not pay off. They'll try to put 3 on the board as the field goal unit comes on. Never a doubt. And now the lead is even bigger.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but, man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. RPO complete to open the drive. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. We're at the 2-minute timeout, and these guys really need to build a little momentum to cut into this lead before halftime. Line getting set on 2nd down. Running inside. It's Warren. They get him on the ground, but it'll be enough to pick up the first down. Arizona in a hurry.
Really nice run there, picking up the first down. Now they're right back up to the line of scrimmage, ready to go again.
Wants to throw one first. Complete. Turns it on in midfield. He'll go out of bounds inside the 40. They'll mark it at the 39.
Every drive is obviously important, but now that you've dug yourself a hole, this offense, they need to score here. Like, before the half, they need to move this ball down the field. Nice job in the passing game. Got to put a few together. Need to get some points to cut into this lead right before the half.
Right side, it's Johnson. All all the way down to the 27-yard line before they get him out of bounds, and this offense is threatening.
Well, this team found themselves in a hole really quickly. Good things need to start happening, and they got to happen now. There's a big play that the offense desperately needed. A big pitch and catch. That's going to give them some confidence. That hopefully shifts the momentum their way a little bit. But they've got to cap this off now with a touchdown, cut into their opponent's lead.
The negative play leaves them with 2nd and 12.
Well, the defense didn't have a lot of time to celebrate that last big play because here's the offense right away back at the line of scrimmage, ready to roll again with Temp.
Snags it, and he's open. Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Wildcats. And they take it in for 6 more points.
And I tell you what, that passing touchdown, man, that should spark this whole team. Like, the comeback is more than on now. Like, they got the touchdown. They cut into the lead. You want to get a stop and go into the half, get all the juices, all the excitement, and be like, listen, the passing game's rolling. We got this. The comeback's in full effect.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. Throwing, Imaliava. Rolling to the right, trying to make something happen. It's caught downfield. And they'll move the chains and get it to the 47-yard line. That's the way to start a drive, and now they'll try to follow up on 1st and 10. Looking for a man. It's Imaliava. Not much of a chance there. He just had to get rid of it to avoid the sack.
In most instances, I would say really, really nice decision by the quarterback. But when you've got speed like this guy has, I think you'd sometimes, instead of throwing it away, would like to see him take off and see if he can go make something with his feet.
Back to throw, time running short in the half. He misses his man. The accuracy just not what it needed to be on that play. Boy, guys, they got off to a great start with that big first play on this drive, but now a couple of incompletions leaves them in a hole. 3rd down from the gun. Here's Nico Iamaleava. Makes the grab. He'll go out of bounds inside the 40. They'll mark it at the 39.
This offense is trying to build on this lead right now, playing with tons of confidence. What a nice job there. Pass protection, quarterback doing a really great job seeing the defense, reading the coverage, and being on the same page as his intended target. It's a big pickup for the offense, and here they go. They're trying to score more points.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on 1st down and set up a short yardage on 2nd down, it makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet is available here on 2nd down.
Left side is Shaw. Makes a grab and room to run. They're able to keep him out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 2 after the big play in the passing game. This offense has been running up and down the field, and here they are, 1st and goal, a chance to tack on another one before halftime. He is denied, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
If at first you don't succeed, try again. I wouldn't be surprised if they just turn around and hand it off to him again here on 2nd.
Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put... And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Cardinal! No midseason doldrums for these guys as they push out the lead in Week 6.
This has been an outstanding job by this football team in the middle 8, right? The last 4 minutes of the first half, they score a touchdown. And here in the first 4 minutes of the second half, they score another. They've changed the scoreboard. They've changed the momentum. Their confidence right now is very, very high. But this is one of those areas situationally in the game, coaches are always harping on, and they have executed perfectly.
Final seconds of the first half. Let's see if they can pull off a little magic. Looking to throw, it's Rios. It is incomplete, and now there are 4 seconds remaining.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
And we are headed to halftime. Both squads headed into the locker room to make some adjustments. Gives us an opportunity to check in with Kevin Connors in our EA Sports College Football Studio Update.
Man, notable storylines all across the sport today. So let's roll up our sleeves and get you updated here in Week 6. We start with UCF taking on the number 16 team, the Army Black Knights. And it's the Knights coming away with a blowout victory in what looks like a major upset. Expect major changes in the polls this week. It gets them to 4-1 on the season, and it's got to be looked at as a solid start. Here now, some other games you may have interest in, and social media has some sharp opinions about the state of things right now.
Stanford with a lot of options here on 2nd and short. Taken down.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Faced with a 3rd and short from their own 32 to keep this drive alive. From the gun on 3rd down, Iamaleava. Here comes the heat. Turning it on. Crosses midfield. And he's finally forced out of bounds. Another 1st down, and he has just been running wild on this defense.
And, man, you see it again. It's got to be frustrating for this defense. Like, there's a reason the offense has the lead, and it's because the QB can drop back and do things like that. It's supposed to be a pass, everybody playing pass, but he's just got such a knack and such a feel to take off and run and make people miss and create explosive plays, and that's why they built the lead here today.
Well, the offense has had their way all game long up to this point. Finally, the defense is able to make a play. And I'll tell you, after that hit, that receiver, he's going to be thinking twice about running that route again.
Picked up about 6. They're looking at 3rd and 4.
Listen, you got to be able to know what play to call and what hole to go through. Like, the line blocks for a certain hole. Good job getting through the hole, getting what was blocked, getting a nice positive gain, making your situation really good on the next down.
Motion from the wide receiver. Play fake. Nico Iamaleava throws to the wideout. Out wide right, it's Thomas. Touchdown, Stanford! And the punishment has been extended. On to attempt the try. Timing and better execution, that is just what a quarterback and wide receiver need.
And it's timing, it's route running, right? You got to be precise. You got to know exactly what yard you're running to. The quarterback receiver on the same page. That's why you get the touchdown.
Coming out with it, it's Ross. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Wildcats come out and set and ready to go. They face a pretty tall mountain here, Jesse, down 24, but if they're going to climb it, this is a good time to start.
Sense of urgency's got to be big right here. You just get the feeling at this point of the game, David, they've got to score on this drive. Obviously, their defense needs to get stops, but at this point, offensively, they've got to execute much better.
They got to be super aggressive. Down 24, you're going to need 3 touchdowns, 3 two-point conversions, everything to kind of go your way. So fast and throwing the football.
Got the 1st down. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36. First and 10. Quarterback changing the play. Moving the pocket, it's Rios. Got it. And he'll pick up the 1st down, but he got drilled on that tackle.
And, man, this dude has been a weapon early in this football game. They just keep finding it. And the matchups are a problem. You want to put a linebacker on him, he's too fast for him. Continues to make catches, continues to chew up yards. You might want to think about putting a safety on him or somebody with a little bit more speed.
They're working that left side. He'll go out of bounds inside the 40. They'll mark it at the 39.
Yeah, and I think you've just seen how the quarterback has so much confidence in this guy catching the ball too, right? Receivers aren't open, tight ends aren't open. He knows he can find him running out of the backfield, or if he lines up at wide receiver, this dude can get open and he can make positive things happen after he has the ball.
Snap on first down, wants to throw. Great job to separate the ball from the receiver there.
And if this offense is going to get back in the football game, those are the plays they have to make. Like, they have to make contested catches. They got to find a way to get some points, to create some explosive plays. Those 50-50 balls, when you get your hand on it, man, they got to start making those plays.
Short pass. Just what this offense was looking for. Sets him up at the 26 with the first down. The Wildcats moving quickly to the line.
And, man, you love to see that from this offense, coming out and answering, right? Like putting a drive together. Their defense just gave up a touchdown, but you want to snatch the momentum back. Nice job putting a little bit of a drive together. Now let's go cap this thing off with a touchdown.
The Wildcats trying to pay off the threat on first and goal. They'll move the wide receiver. They just keep firing. Out wide left, it's Warren. And he'll take it in and house it. Touchdown, Arizona! Sometimes we ask coaches about halftime adjustments, and they go blah, 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 blah. And then sometimes they make some good ones.
Sometimes that blah, 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 blah actually works, but it's working now. But it might be too little too late, but at least you got the party started.
Sets his feet, it's Rios. He's got it for the two-point conversion. They've got it to a two-possession game, and now going for the onside kick here in the third quarter. And a few anxious moments, but the hands team is able to fall on it. Stanford has it back, the Cardinal offense returning to the field. And after that last score, this is just a two-possession game now, and they'll be looking to find some cushion on this drive. Escapes the pressure to his right. He's got him wide open. He's forced out of bounds inside the 5 and the 4, and they save the touchdown, at least for now.
And you talk about just being a pain in the butt. This guy, he can just scramble, move, throw it on the run, and his ability to extend the play was the reason for the conversion right there, Paul.
Yeah, and David, I like the idea that he kept his eyes down in the field, right? With his speed, there's a lot of guys in his position that would have just taken off and tried to go get it with their legs, but he gave the play a chance. He allowed the routes to develop and let everybody work the scramble drill to find a big-time completion.
Can the defense stop them again on second and goal? Here's Iamaleava to throw. And the Heat gets there, and they get him down at the 14-yard line.
How about this goal-to-go defense? Great job first down, meeting the physical challenge. Nowhere to go. Second down, ready for the pass. This defense really bowing their neck on an important part of the field.
And how big is that earlier sack now as they try to get it in the end zone here? Saying in the gun on third down. Looking for the score. Oh, and he dropped it. He had a touchdown right in his hands and couldn't hang on. It'll be fourth down.
Well, this is a disappointing drive for the offense, considering where this drive started in their opponent territory. Now you're fourth and long. You've got to be better throwing the football in those types of situations.
And it slips just inside that right upright. And now the lead is extended a little further.
And listen, y'all know in the booth and everywhere how I feel about kickers. Don't always love leaving it on their foot, so to speak, but nice job executing. He keeps doing stuff like that. I'll keep trotting him out
there. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. breaks off the defender. He gets it past the 30, and they'll get him out of bounds at the 32.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. Might as well run him again. Breaks into the open. They bring him down. He's got a first down, but that might be the final play of the third quarter. Just watching the clock drain away in this one, it's all but in the books. Let's take a look at the top 25, and this game might have an impact on these rankings next week. So first down will open up the final period. Wide receiver going in motion. Back to throw, it's Rios. Going for it all. And they took a shot on that one but couldn't make the connection. It's incomplete.
The defense is in great position right now because they've got a huge lead here in the fourth quarter. They know the offense has to take shots to try to get themselves back in the game, so they're calling their coverages accordingly, and there was nowhere to go with that football. Really nice job by the defense being in position to force the incompletion.
Wants to go up top on second down. He finds a dead spot in the middle. He'll work his way down to the 28. And the Wildcats headed quickly to the line. Fresh setter downs going to the air. Oh, pressure's coming. He gets rid of it, but I don't think they're going to let him get away with that. Nope, here comes the flag. Still second down, but now the offense is operating behind the chains. Wants to pass. Rush right in his face. Unloads in the nick of time.
I wonder how much of that incompletion is due to the pass rush. That quarterback did not have a lot of time to throw that football. This offensive line is going to have to do a better job giving him time.
Offense breaks the huddle on third down. Gets the back moving. On third and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. Left side is Spivey. Will not get close. Tackled at the 28-yard line. It's fourth down. And the field goal unit is on the field. This one will be a 45-yard attempt, and he'll kick it from the left side. Absolutely center cut.
And 3 more on the board, and this kicker is starting to get a reputation starting off the season. Hasn't missed yet. Nice to have a guy that you can really, really depend on.
Few anxious moments there, but the hands team true to its name as they make the grab and get the ball.
Well, here in the fourth quarter, they were obviously expecting onside kick. They got their hands team on the field. They're able to jump on the ball and make sure they get possession.
Cardinal offense takes the field, ready to attack. Always good to get points on a drive, David, but chip shot field goals can leave you a little empty.
And I think it's great to get points, but the great teams get touchdowns in the red area. You got to get out there this time and execute a little better on this drive.
You're absolutely right, David. Generally, the best red zone offenses are the ones that run the ball the best. So let's see if they can be a little bit more physical on this drive.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Iamaleava. Just too much mustard on that one. Can't miss the target that badly.
Quarterback had everything he wanted there. He knew pre-snap exactly where he was going. Of course he was going to be going towards his primary target. Just can't hook up with the completion.
We'll see what the D does, but this crowd bearing down and getting loud on third down. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete and fourth down's coming.
Yeah, and on money down defensively, you got to find ways to affect the quarterback. Nice job by the defense, getting the pressure, getting to him, getting a hit on him, and forcing the incompletion, and now forcing the fourth down.
They already have a comfortable lead up by multiple possessions, but they're going to go for it here on fourth down. Iamaleava to throw for it on fourth. Right side, it's Carr. How about knocking him down to stop him short of picking up that first down?
I think that might be the very definition of just trying to rub salt in the wound, right? You got the lead, multiple possessions, you're looking really, really good. You're late in the ball game, and you go for it again. So you're just trying to, listen, it's their job to stop you. I like the offense doing what they do. Forget you, defense. Get a stop. That's your job, and you did it.
Oh, he's got some space. He's past the sticks. He's going to be out of bounds, but not before he gets it to midfield.
And I think that's what you want to see from this offense down the stretch. Like, can you physically dominate the game? You've got the lead. Now run the football, eat clock, continue to feed your dude.
We'll send the tight end in motion. Wants to throw. It's Rios. Flip it out to the back on the screen. And there were no creases or crevices to run through, and they shove him out of bounds.
And we've already seen it with this offense, man. They do a good job. They're going to use him as a receiving threat. Let him match up on linebackers. He can win those matchups. He can make big plays. Now they just do it a different way. They call the screen. Let those linemen run upfield, get him the football in some space, and try to let him create a big play.
Second down to the air. And those two couldn't make the connection. It's an incomplete pass.
When you talk about versatility at the running back spot, you got to talk about this guy in the conversation. He already has caught a touchdown in this one. They're still trying to throw him the football. That one goes incomplete, but I would keep this up if I'm on offense.
Out of the shotgun on third down. Out wide left, it's Spivey. That's a 20. He's got space. Touchdown, Arizona. And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. Now a 2-point conversion attempt coming up. Motion from the back. Here's the snap, looking to throw. Can't make the grab. Quarterback just missed him a little bit.
Well, every coordinator has a couple of 2-point plays in his back pocket. They dialed one up there. They didn't get it. Let's see how that affects the outcome of this one.
Not much drives more anxiety than waiting to see if the hands team can corral the onside kick, and they do. Stanford's offense heads out, hoping to move the ball on this drive. So that last touchdown made it a 2-possession game, but if this offense can do its job, they can put this one away. Trying to save time on defense, they use their second timeout. They've got 1 timeout left now. They'll have to choose wisely as to when to use it. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Throwing, Iamaleava. Left side, it's Blackburn. And they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep them from getting the first down.
They say tight ends are a quarterback's best friend in the pass game because think about it. The tight end's the guy lined up closest to the quarterback, which means generally those are the easiest throws a quarterback has. You saw it on that play.
To the air, it's Iamaleava. Looking to the big tight end. Got his man downfield. He is in! Touchdown, Cardinal! They build this 4th quarter lead, and they are just minutes away from going 5-0.
And a lot of times late in football games, you'll see offenses get really, really conservative with the lead. I like how this offense didn't go against the clock. They stayed within themselves. They stayed true to who they were. And now, big-time advantage, big-time lead, up by 17 in the 4th quarter.
Wildcats sending their offense onto the field. Fresh set of downs going up top. Out wide left, it's Spivey. Nice gain on that play, but a little bit short of the first down. Arizona right back to the line.
Here's the deal. You're down 3 possessions. You know, it doesn't feel likely they're going to come back and win, but we've seen crazier stuff happen in college football. It all starts with a big completion on a 2-minute drive. They'll get the momentum started in your direction.
Faced with a 3rd and short from their own 32 to keep this drive alive. Wide receiver comes in motion. They'll throw on 3rd and short. Stepping to the right. Fires downfield. And trying to put points on the board on 3rd down. Now they're staring at 4th down.
Well, trailing this much in the 4th quarter, the offense is looking for an explosive play to try to ignite them and get them back in this one, but nothing doing. Nice job in coverage.
Coach has no choice here. The offense has to stay on the field, down multiple possessions this late. 4th down attempt coming. There he goes. The 50. The 40. He's at the 30. 10. To the house. Touchdown, Wildcats.
You know, there's some plays where you just have to have it if you're going to have a chance to win a game, and that was one right there for the offense, David. 4th down, and they come up with a massive touchdown, a big-time play to cut into this lead. There's still time left on the clock, but they have a lot of momentum on their side right now.
And how deflating is that for this defense, man? You got them in 4th down. You got the lead. You got it everything right where you want it. You could almost end the football game, and you give up the big play and momentum back to the other side. That's a terrible play for this defense.
The Stanford offense making its way back onto the field. This second half hasn't been nearly as productive offensively as the first half. As a result, that big lead is no longer so big, and they need to get something going right now. The officials stop the clock for the 2-minute timeout, and the offense is that much closer to victory. They'll start this one from the 29 on 1st down. Right back to the well. Hit and stopped right there. Not much on that pickup. No wasted time as the defense uses a timeout here. 1:54 left to play.
That's got to be demoralizing if you're the defense. You're trailing, you need to get the ball back. You got to get off the field, but you can't stop the run when they're going between the tackles. This defense is going to have to get a lot more physical, especially in the middle.
Might have picked up a couple on that one before he was knocked down.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They'll get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Here comes 3rd and short from the 24, and this offense does not want to send out the field goal unit. And the defense, they've got him at the 27.
Hey, 3rd down and short, you know the quarterback absolutely is going to be a part of the run game. The defense was not fooled, flew up, made the tackle, stick that fist in the air, 4th down.
Now, wait just a second here. I don't see the kicker coming out. I think they're going to go for it here. Fourth down, Iamaleava. Right down the middle. Got him downfield.
And that's a play the defense had to have, right? You're down in the game. Offense wants to stay